our longest day. So a lot of strong, powerful energies coming in right now, happening out there in our solar system. So this is going to be a summer solstice grounding flow, an energizing yet grounding flow. So it's very important when we have all of these strong energies coming in to stay grounded. Otherwise, it can trigger some anxiety in the body and the nervous system. So we're going to calm our nervous system and just stay nice and grounded, connected to Mother Earth. Okay? So we're actually going to start this practice on our stomachs. Okay? So we're going to come all the way down onto our mat, onto the belly, dropping the forehead down to the mat as well. So we want to touch down with 7 points of gravity. Imagine that, 7 centers of your body connecting to the earth. So starting in the pelvis and then working those 7 points all the way up, coming up to the forehead, okay? So if this is uncomfortable, you could stack your palms here and bring your forehead to your palms, making this little pillow, or forehead dropping down to the earth. You want to feel yourself grounding down through the pelvis. All right, so heavy in the hips. And just breathe. Breathe and feel those 7 points touching down. 7 centers of gravity. So 7 points of gravity. Connecting to the earth. And just breathe. I'm lifting my head up just so the microphone isn't muffled. But we just want to allow ourselves to surrender and breathe here. Maybe bringing the awareness up to the heart center. Expanding in the heart space with the breath. And then eventually we're going to press our way up into the forearms, drawing the elbows towards the chest. So we're going to plant our forearms out in front of us, shoulder width apart. The hands are planted. The fingers spread wide as we extend the spine upwards. Continuing to anchor in the pelvis. Extending the torso, lifting the torso. The pelvis is grounded. Couple of breaths. Locust pose. Extending the spine, extend the spine, tall spine, lengthen through that center line. Soften in the hips and the knees, grounding through the pelvis. Pelvis anchoring down. Feel those pelvic bones touching down to the earth. Another couple of breaths. Hands planted fully on the mat, touching the earth. And if you're inside or not on the ground or a higher level, just imagine that your energy is touching down to the earth. You're still connecting to the earth, connected to the earth, okay? So energy moving through your hands and your feet and the pelvis. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands up towards the chest, pressing up into the palms, sending the hips back to the heels, forehead down to the mat for a child's pose. We can open up the knees wide, dropping the forehead down to the mat, extending our child's pose. So walk the fingertips forward, breathing into the spine, into the neck, and into the shoulders. Send the hips and pelvis back. Toes are touching. Knees are open wide. Counterposing the back bend. Inhale and exhale. So you can tent the fingertips or you can plant the palms. If the forearms want to drop down to the mat, that is okay too. Just bring them forward and then lower them down. Inhale, fill, exhale. Draw the belly in and up. One more breath. Fill, expand, lengthen. Grow taller through the crown of the head. Exhale. Belly draws in. So as we inhale, we want to fill the diaphragm so the belly rises. Then we expand in the chest, bringing the breath all the way up to the shoulders as we inhale, and then exhale, emptying out the chest, the heart, and then the belly. Navel drawing back in towards the spine. So in this child's pose, we actually have more room, more space for the heart and the lungs, for the chest to expand. So we really want to fill on our inhale, and then exhale, contract. Emptying the chest, draw the belly in. Last grounding breath here. Breathing into the backside of the body, the backside of the heart. Exhale, belly draws in. Awesome, and then we're going to bring the shoulders forward. So just kind of pass through a tabletop, hands and knees. And we're going to bend only the elbows to slowly lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. So we're going to bring the chest forward, bending elbows, lower chin, chest, and heart. So shoulders coming forward, lower chin, chest, and heart, and sweep it through for a full cobra pose this time. So now we lift the pelvis up as well. We're on the top sides of the legs. The spine is extending nice and long, lengthening through our center line. Inhale, exhale. We're going to go hands and knees, tabletop, back to our child's pose. But this time, bring the knees together. Forehead drops down to the mat. One more time. Tabletop, shoulders coming forward. It's kind of like a wider tabletop. Shoulders coming forward, lower down, chin, chest, and heart. So bending only the elbows, slowly lower down. Bring the chest forward, lower chin, shoulders coming forward, lower chin, chest, and heart. Sweep the torso up, extending the spine, lengthening through the center line, lengthening through the front side. Inhale, exhale, hands and knees, tabletop to child's pose. Just a few of these. You can take them on your own. Hips going all the way back to the heels, and then you want to extend your child's pose here. We just walk those fingertips forward. Nice opening in the armpits. Continuing to ground down the forehead. So we could also bring a block underneath the forehead, but grounding down the space in between the eyebrows. So we could bring a block here and rest our forehead on a block. Coming forward, shoulders coming forward, hands and knees, bending the elbows, slowly lower chin, chest, and heart. Sweep it up for that cobra pose. This time we're going to engage and lift the legs off the mat for a full upward facing dog. Spine is extending. Inhale, exhale. We're going to drop the knees down, hands and knees tabletop to downward facing dog. So now we're going to tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Tailbone going back towards the heels, chest going back towards the thighs, continuing to get that nice opening in the armpit. You can shake the head yes and no here. You can pedal up the feet, gently bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. So this is just a nice, easy, simple grounding flow. Feeling your feet grounding, feel the hands grounding, pressing into the earth. And we're going to drop down to our hands and knees and cross the feet behind us. Straighten the legs out in front of us. Coming into a bridge pose. So you don't have to straighten the legs, but plant the feet out in front of you, hip width apart, coming all the way down onto the mat, onto your back, as we hug the knees into the chest for a moment. Gently rocking from side to side. Could take a happy baby, opening up the knees and feet wide, making a footprint towards the sky, and gently rocking from side to side, or find some stillness. And imagine the whole spine is resting here on the earth. So keep the sitting bones low, Sometimes the low back wants to lift up here, but consciously try to lower the sitting bones down, flexing the feet. And then coming into our bridge pose, we're going to plant the feet out in front of us, hip width apart, knee over the ankle, okay? So fingertips can reach by touching the heels, kind of planting the forearms down into the mat. Pressing our way up into our strong feet and legs, okay? Legs and feet, awareness goes there. Lift the hips up to the sky. Bringing the chin towards the chest. Drawing the inner thighs in towards each other. So pretend you're squeezing a block, or you could bring a block here in between the knees or in between the thighs to squeeze and lift the hips up just a little bit higher, anchoring down through the feet. So we're grounding down through the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and the heel of the foot. Imagine there's a triangle in the foot and it is anchoring down. This is good for the thyroid gland, good for the nervous system, regulating lots of things in the body. Lift those hips up a little bit higher. We're strengthening our low back, the hips, and the pelvic region. Inhale, fill, expand, exhale. Belly in, contract. And then we're going to slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone coming down last, feel that. We're going to open up the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, so just kind of heel toe the feet towards the outer edges of the mat and drop the knees towards each other, helping us to realign the spine. The chin can lift up slightly. Feel the low back grounding down into the mat, into the earth, being supported by the earth. Feeling energized by her. You can windshield wiper the knees from side to side, gently just dropping them from side to side. Good gaze from side to side, loosening up the neck if you want to. One more bridge pose. So heel toe the feet back together to be hip width apart, knee on top of the ankle, forearms plant down into the mat, pressing our way up into our feet and legs, lift the hips up to the sky. And this time, if you want to make an elbow stand, elbow stand. So we lift our hips up a little bit higher, making this little support system here with the hands, with the elbows, to lift our hips up a little bit higher, or we could place a block or stacked blocks underneath our sitting bones, okay? Or create this little elbow stand. Anchoring down through the feet, feel the pelvis lifting, strengthening the glutes, strengthening that low back, and maybe we lift a leg, straightening one leg up to the sky, anchoring down to that right side. Switching sides, left foot plants fully, right leg lifts up to the sky. Lift and lower, and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Hugging your knees into the chest, gently rocking from side to side. We're going to stay low on the mat. So we're going to straighten the legs out in front of us and take a banana shape, so a side body lengthening as we stay nice and grounded. We're going to bring our right foot or ankle to the right corner of the mat, edge or corner of the mat, and the left ankle is going to stack on top of the right. And then the right hand is going to go to the right edge or corner of the mat. Left hand stacks on top of right, or however you want to just stack the wrists and stack the hands. So creating as much of this length here on the outer left side as you can. It should be a really nice outer hip stretch. Good for the low back, stretching it out, stretching and strengthening while grounding at the same time. Breathing into this banana shape, breathe into the left rib cage, that left outer hip, the left low back, that whole left side of the body. Softening into it, relaxing. This is somewhat of a yin. I'm going to call it a yin yummy grounding flow. How about that? Just to take a break out of your day. If you're feeling any anxiety or if you're feeling ungrounded, helping us to become more centered and anchored in our bodies. Other side, finding that banana shape on the opposite side. So right ankle stacks on top of left, right on top of left, or however you want to stack the wrists or take a bind. Feeling the stretch on the outer right side. Breathing into it. Feel the length on your inhale, expanding. Exhale, belly draws in. Inhale, fill. Exhale, belly draws in. So also when we start lying down on our stomachs, like I said, and touching down to those 7 points of gravity, those 7 energy centers of the body, it helps us to bring more oxygen into the body, helps the body to oxygenate more fully. So that can help us to be calmer as well, calming our nervous system and just grounding it down. If you could do this outside, that would be great, actually connecting your body to the earth. But like I said, otherwise we're just sending our energy down into the earth to connect with her. All right, bringing the knees back to center. We're going to draw the right knee into the chest and straighten the left leg out in front of us. And then we're going to drop this right knee out to the right and hug the knee up towards the right shoulder. Squeeze it in, good for the descending colon. If we have any congestion there. Then we're going to cross the knee over to the left, taking a spinal twist. The knee stays bent. We drop it over to the left and we gaze to the right. You can find a cactus arm or just bring your arm to a T. Both arms can go out. Find your cactus arms, or this left hand can drape on top of the right knee, intensifying the twist. Or you could straighten the top leg if you want to. Get a nice glute outer hip stretch. Or find eagle legs. This foot can wrap underneath the left. Just find what feels best for you today. Trying to keep the spine somewhat in the same line as we gaze to the right. Imagine you are unwinding your nervous system. Unraveling any stress that's hanging on inside the body. Giving it permission to be released, allowing yourself to let go, allowing the tension to be dissipated into the earth where it is neutralized. As she gives us energy to heal and ground. So in turn, we send our love back down to the heart center of Mother Earth. Other side, this time we'll straighten that right leg, draw the left knee into the chest. Squeeze it in, hug it in up towards the chest, and then drop that left knee out to the left side. Stay here, drawing the knee in towards the shoulder. Ascending and descending colon being stimulated. So good for digestion. All twisting is detoxifying in our mind and in our bodies, in our soul, in our spirit. Inhale, then exhale, cross the knee on top of the left thigh, gazing to the left. I'm sorry, the right thigh. So left knee crosses over the right leg. Same thing on the other side. Gaze in the opposite direction. So the knee's falling to the right, so we gaze to the left, right, like we're wringing out our spine like a wash rag in two directions. So that top leg can straighten, the knee can stay bent. Or you could find eagle legs where this top foot wraps underneath that right leg or knee. Just notice what feels best. You should feel a really nice stretch there. Breathe, let go, soften, surrender. Send your love to Mother Earth. Where we are supported, she holds us in her womb, according to yoga philosophy. Soften the shoulders, relax the neck, the upper, middle, and low back, the hips and the pelvis. Everything is softening, melting and surrendering, unraveling, detoxifying. Breathe fully in through the nose. And you can take the cleansing breath out of the mouth, detoxing the nervous system, the heart and the lungs. One more cleansing breath. Inhale, fill fully. Exhale, open up the mouth. Audible exhale. Let something go. Try to keep both shoulder blades grounding down. One more time, knees in towards the chest. If you prefer a happy baby, open up the knees and feet wide. Make that footprint towards the sky. We're going to straighten the legs up to the sky for waterfall. Or you can take a full shoulder stand. You can bind behind the thighs, flexing the feet, pointing the toes, roll the ankles. Just let the feet get above the heart for a few breaths, couple of breaths, reversing this blood flow, reversing the prana, the chi, our life force energy, allowing it to flow back down into us, into all of our vital organs and tissues, brain. And then moving into, so you could have your legs up the wall here, or you could bring a block underneath your sitting bones to lift the legs up to the sky, and you could stay here for much longer. If you would like to be here for at least a minute or two, would be great. Very beneficial for our lymphatic system, our nervous system, immune system. So many benefits when we are able to get into an inversion, getting the feet above the heart. So you can stay here, like I said, or support the low back, bringing the palms down to the mat, and then just walking them underneath the low back. So the low back is resting on the top side of the hands. Gives yourself a little bit more support, or you can bring, like I said, a block there, or just stay here in your waterfall, or you could go up to a full shoulder stand where we press into the palms and the forearms, gently rocking up onto the shoulders, easy on the neck. We're not on the neck, we're on the shoulders, shoulder stand, and then we straighten those legs up to the sky. So squeeze everything into that center line. You can make a footprint towards the sky, point the toes, flex the feet. So any one of these variations in an inversion would be great. When you're ready to come on down, one more time, draw the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to take rest in our Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to splay open in this diamond shape. So opening up the pelvic region a little bit more. This is a place of emotional release. So we can bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly, connecting with yourself, connect with your heart space. and just allow the pelvis to open up. Breathing away any emotions that do come up. We want to feel them, acknowledge them, but then release them. Let them go. Give them permission to be released. Where they dissolve into the earth. Send them away to be neutralized. So we want to feel the feelings. Thank them, actually. Thank them for showing up. And then release them. Give them permission to be dissolved. Some people like to imagine an emotion being a balloon. It's floating up into the air, up into space, and it eventually pops to be dissipated, or just simply allow those emotions to wash away from you into the earth. Keep breathing, utilizing the breath. Inhale through the nose. You can take as many exhales out of the mouth as you would like to, cleansing and detoxifying, washing these emotions away, acknowledging them, feeling them, and letting them go. I am strong. I am hopeful. Any positive affirmation. Replacing any negative thinking or thought patterns with something positive, a mantra or an affirmation. You can stay here as long as you would like. Or find your way to a side-facing Shavasana, dropping over to one side. We stack everything up, just like we're lying in bed, falling over to one side. You can make a pillow with your hands, or rest the head on the arm. The right hand can support you. Still taking rest, the eyes are still closed, feeling heavy, feeling safe, feeling grounded, feeling connected to the earth. And the sun, as it is summer solstice. We do not survive without the sun. She gives us our energy, so we have to acknowledge both. The earth, the sun, the moon, controlling the tides, it's all connected, and they're all part of us. So acknowledging these elements within ourselves. And please stay here as long as you would like, planting those seeds of intention, remembering what we plant today, the intentions we set today, the actions that we take today dictates our future, our tomorrow. So any subtle shift will make a positive effect. Just by choosing to do some yoga today definitely affects your tomorrow for the better. And your today. Gently pressing up into one palm and then the other palm to come up to our seat to close our lovely yin yummy grounding practice for today. So settling down in our sitting bones, they are grounding as we sit up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep that awareness inward in that center line, in the heart space, as we expand that heart space outward, as we send energy down through our sitting bones and energy up through the crown of the head, connecting above and below, in front of us and behind us, expanding our love light energy field. very important that we stay grounded. So you can always imagine our feet, pressing down into the earth, being held there to grow roots down in under our feet, or growing roots through our sitting bones, sending energy down there to ground yourself if you're ever feeling a little floaty, a little ungrounded, some anxiety, just less calmness in your nervous system. You have to bring it inward, use your breath, center yourself, and ground your energy down. Connect to Mother Earth. She is supporting you. And if you can physically sit on the earth, it is very beneficial to actually connect with the electromagnetic frequency of the earth, from the earth. So it gives us antioxidants, and it gives us these negative ions that help us to calm our nervous system, calming the mind, calming the body. Thank you for being here with me today. The light in me, the light and love in me, humbly honors and bows to the light and love